Okay. So, can you all try the question number 9? Try the question number 9. The trial balance was prepared by Dinity Business. 31st December 20XX did not balance and the difference was posted to a subsequent for the suspense account. Later, the reason were found correctly by passing the journal entries. Following suspense account is prepared by the accounts clerk when errors were corrected. Answer the following question. What was the difference in the trial balance before the corrections were made? So these people asking the opening balance people simply. මොකක්ද අහන්න මෙතන opening balance එක. trial balance එකේ opening කොච්චර තිබ්බද කියලා. So which side is bigger people? This side is bigger. 19,000. 19,000. So what is the remaining value people? What is the remaining value which is coming to the debit side? Tell me. What is the remaining value which is coming to the debit side? කියන්න ළමයි. This to become 19,000. Debit side to become 19,000. What is the missing value? 6,000. So that's the amount which you took from the trial balance. Huh? From the trial balance. Debit 6,000. From the trial balance, debit 6,000. Debit side under casted by 6,000. That means in the debit side, the 6,000 is missing. Simple as that. That's the meaning of that. So they are asking people. So which column trial balance is undercasted people? So if you prepare the trial balance, what has happened? What has happened? If this is the trial balance, if this is the debit side, if this is the credit side, I'm just saying, if both the sides are 2 lakhs, if both the sides are 2 lakhs, here a 6,000 is missing. If here 6,000 is missing, that is only coming to the trial balance. So in the debit side, a 6,000 is missing. So in which side the trial balance is undercasted? In the debit side. In the debit side. Okay. Next, what they are telling. If the total of the debit column of the trial balance is 25,455, before the difference is entered in the suspense account, what should have been the total of the credit column? So people, let me draw the trial balance. The debit and the credit. So you have some total here. You have some total here. Here a 6,000 is missing. Here all these totals have added up to 25,455. So people, what is the total? Would have been 31,455. එන credit side එකේ කොච්චර තිබිලා තියෙනවද ළමයි? 31,455. In the credit side, there was a balance of 31,455. Once more. Yes, Farha. Sure. Sure. But you have to answer my questions, huh? If you didn't answer my questions, you won't get the learning. Farha, you first tell me, did you understand having an opening balance of 6,000 in the suspense account? In the debit side? Did you get that? Having a 6,000 in the debit side of the trial balance. Okay. Then let me start from the beginning, huh? If you didn't answer my questions, you won't get this. You got to answer. You got to answer my questions. Okay. Everyone, all the students got to answer my questions. So after telling so much, after I am repeating so many times, you got to answer my questions, Kiela. If you are not giving a damn about what I am telling, if you are not bothered about what I am telling, and if you all are not bloody replying, okay, don't stay in the class. So I'm emphasizing your reply, yeah. So please make sure and reply. The trial balance prepared by the Diniti business did not balance. So if the trial balance did not balance, if not did not agree, it will lead to what? Farha, you tell me. It will lead to a creation of what account? It will lead to a creation of what account? If the trial balance did not balance, this if it is did not agree, it will lead to a creation of what account? A suspense account. And the difference was posted to a suspense account. The difference was posted. The reason were found and corrected. So these are corrected entries. So this is my suspense account. They have already corrected by passing the journal entries. Following suspense account is prepared by the clerk when the errors were corrected. So people, they are clearly stating there was an opening balance in the suspense account. ඕක debit පැත්තද credit පැත්තද කියලා මම දන්නේ නැහැ. The opening balance which had in the suspense account, I don't know it is there in which side. But I can find it. Everyone tell me, in this suspense account, debit side is bigger or credit side is bigger? Quickly tell me. In this suspense account, debit side is bigger or credit side is bigger? Farha, quickly tell me. In this suspense account, debit side is bigger or credit side is bigger? Which side is bigger? Quickly, make it fast. Credit side. What's the value? 19,000. So here also it should be 19,000. Then debit side to become 19,000. Debit side to become 19,000. How much is missing? How much is missing? How much is missing? Debit side to become 19,000. How much is missing? A 6,000 is missing. That 6,000 is the closing balance of the suspense account or opening balance of the suspense account? Tell me, Farah. That is the closing balance of the suspense account or opening balance of the suspense? That is what balance? Closing the opening. Can it be closing balance? Because here they are clearly stating all the errors were corrected. If all the errors were corrected, closing balance should be 0. I told you. If all the errors were corrected, closing balance should be 0. Then Farha, you tell me, the untallying 6,000 should be what? If all the errors were corrected, it should be 0. Then this is the amount that you took from the trial balance, 6,000. The amount that you took from the trial balance. Okay, Farha, this part. Understood? Yes. Now will prepare a small trial balance. This is the debit side. This is the credit side. What are they telling in this question? If the total of the debit column of the trial balance 25,455. 25,455. හරිද? Before the difference is entered in the suspense account. What should have been the total of the credit column? Then what you have to understand, Farha, this is before the difference. No? From the suspense, you are getting a 6,000. No? This is that 6,000. No? Here that you have. So if this 6,000 is not there, this would have been 25,455. It would have been if that 6,000 is not there. Now with the 6,000, ideally it should be how much? With the 6,000, ideally it should be how much, Farah? 31,455. If the 6,000 is not there, this would have been 25,455. Now here you have the 6,000 also. No? You have the 6,000 also. Then Farha, you tell me, with the 6,000, how much is that? With the 6,000, how much is that? With the 6,000, how much is that? Quickly tell me. With the 6,000, how much is that? 31,455. In a trial balance, debit side and credit side should be the same or not same. In a trial balance, debit side and credit side should be the same or not same? Same. Then this should be how much? 31,455. 31,455. Is that clear now, Farha? 31,455. Yes, good. Okay. Shall we mark this one as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here I am asking you to write the possible errors that could have happened. Possible errors that could have happened. So shall we list one by one? Can you tell me? Can you help me with different errors? Sales account has become credit. Suspense account has become debit. Sales account has become credit. So for the first one, I'll just write it here. Question number 9. Question 9. Suspense account debit. Suspense. Credit. Sales. How much is that? 11,000. Tell me a suitable error for these people. A suitable error. A suitable error. Sales account. Undercasted, if not understated. Sales account total or undercasted. If not understated by rupees 11,000. by rupees 11,000. First one. Second one. Debit suspense credit insurance. Debit suspense credit insurance. How much is the value? 2,000. 2,000. Then tell me, people. Tell me. What could have been your mistake? What could have been your mistake? What could have been your mistake? Totaled less. So here insurance account totaled more. Totaled more means, tell me. Totaled more means. Okay. Adiba, not a problem. Overcasted. Or overstated by rupees 2,000. And the third one. So here, how are we telling people this is undercasted? Understand lamai. Sales kohomat credit neba. Originally, sales is credit. After the correction also, we are doing a credit. After the correction also, for the correction also, what we are doing? For the correction also, we are doing a credit. That means, people, obviously the amount that you have included is less. That means what? The amount that you have included is less. The මෙතන බලන්න. Original insurance කියන්නේ debit එකක්ද credit එකක්ද කියන්න ළමයි. Original insurance means expense no. Original insurance means expense. Expense means debit එකක්ද credit එකක්ද? Debit එකක්නේ ළමයි. Debit. But here we are doing the correction for what, people? We are doing the correction by putting the insurance to the credit. එතකොට ඔයා මොකක්ද කරලා තියෙන්නේ? You have put a less amount or more amount. Correction එක කරන්නේ opposite side එකට. You are doing the correction to the opposite side, not to the original side. You are doing the correction to the opposite side. Then what you have done, you have put a lesser amount or more amount. What you have done? No. Now think. Insurance ඇත්තටම 10,000. ඔයා මේක 8,000 කියලා දැම්මනම්, if you put it as a less amount, remaining 2,000 එක කොහෙද දෙන්නේ කියන්නේ? Remaining 2,000 where you should record? Correct value is 10,000. You have written it as 8,000. Missing is 2,000. Where 2,000 එක debit side එකට දාන්නේ credit side එකට දාන්නේ. කියන්න ළමයි. ඔය 2000 එක දාන්නේ debit side එකටද credit side එකට? This is the insurance account. This is the insurance account. I am asking you a question. Stop writing. Stop writing. ළමයි ලියන එක නවත්තන්න. You all are here to study. Stop writing. Answer my question. Your insurance amount is 10,000, but you have written 8,000. You have written more amount or less amount. ඒක ඉස්සෙල්ලාම කියන්න මට. You have written a less amount. So how much is missing amount? How much is missing amount? 2,000. You have written a less amount. Less amount. How much is missing amount? 2,000. ඔය 2,000 එක අපි debit ද කරන්නේ credit ද කරන්නේ? ඔය 2,000 එක debit ද කරන්නේ credit ද කරන්නේ? 2,000 missing no? 2,000 missing. So ඔය 2,000 එක කොහෙටද දාන්නේ ළමයි කියන්න? In order to make 8,000 to the 10,000, in order to make the wrong 8,000 to the correct 10,000, in order to make the wrong 8,000 to the correct 10,000, where 2,000 that 2,000 you have to put it to the debit side or to the credit side. Tell me. People, I am asking you a question. Listen carefully, loudly. උත්තර දෙන්න බැර නම් පන්ති ඉන්න එපා යන්න. වැරදි උත්තරයක් හරි දෙන්න. If you can't give a bloody answer, okay, do not stay in the class. Get the hell out of the class. Why I am putting so much of effort? Because you all got to bloody understand this. If you all are not bloody replying, why the hell you all are staying in the class? At least give a wrong reply. If not, say, I don't. If you just shut and wait, what the hell? I will know. I will not know anything. So make sure to bloody reply something. So I am telling, ඔබේ insurance expense එක, your insurance expense is 10,000. Then if your insurance expense is 10,000, in your insurance account, how much should be there? Everyone, if your insurance expense is 10,000, in your insurance account, ideally how much should be there? 10,000. Okay. Ideally 10,000 should be there. That 10,000 should be there in which side? Debit side or credit side? 10,000 තියෙන්න ඕනේ මොන පැත්තද? Insurance expense now. In the debit side. Now what I have done, I wrote only 8,000. I wrote only 8,000. Mistakenly I wrote only 8,000. Mistakenly I wrote only 8,000. So 8,000 is correct or wrong? Tell me. 8,000 is correct or wrong? Wrong. How much missing? How much missing? How much missing? 2,000. Then people, to correct my mistake, that 2,000 for which side I have to write? That 2,000 for which side I have to write? To the debit side. To the debit side. So people, you see, when you write into the originally insurance means debit. So when you put a less amount, you are putting to the same side. Same side. So now let me take another example. My correct insurance is 10,000. මම ගිහිල්ලා insurance account එකට 14,000 credit කරලා. For the insurance account, okay, for the insurance account, what I have done, 14,000 debit කරලා. For the insurance account, 14,000 debit කරලා. Okay. So you tell me what is the real expense? Real expense ඉස්සෙල්ලාම කිව්වේ මම. What's my real expense? Real insurance expense is how much? 10,000. Second example in the second example, what is the insurance amount I have written? In the second example, what is the insurance amount I have written? 14,000. I have written more or less. I have written more or less. I have written more amount. So to correct it, that more 4,000, extra 4,000, මොකද්ද කරන්නේ අපි? To correct it, extra 4,000, what we should do? We should credit it. We should credit it. So people, look at here, look at the learning. If you put a less amount, you will write it in the same one as the original one. If you put a more amount, now originally insurance is debit. No? Originally insurance is debit. Originally insurance is debit. But if you put a more amount, to correct it, you are putting to the which side, people? To the opposite side. To the opposite side. So same concept applicable for here also. Originally insurance is debit. අපි correction එක කරන්නේ credit එකට දාලා. Why insurance එක credit එකට දාන්න හේතුව මොකක්ද? Why are we putting the insurance to the credit side? Why? Because it's a over amount or under amount, more amount or less amount. Why are we putting to the opposite side and doing the correction? Why are we putting to the opposite side and doing the correction? Because it's an over amount. Because it's an over amount. More amount. More. So, ඕක තමයි scene එක. එච්චරයි. So now listen carefully. If you answer next two questions only, you will get this one properly. Okay. Next one. Next one. Look at this. Office equipment for the suspense account. For the suspense account, you have credit. You have credit the suspense account. You have credited the suspense account 10,000. 10,000. You have debited the office equipment account 10,000. Now you see, you have debited the office equipment account. You have debited. Originally office equipment කියන්නේ මොකක්ද ළමයි? Asset the liability the income the expense. Original office equipment asset. Asset කියන්නේ debit the credit the. Asset means debit or credit? Debit. ඔයා correction එකක් කරලා තියෙන asset එකේ මොන පැත්තට දාලාද? Correction also you have done by putting to the which side? Correction also. You have done by putting to the debit side. So you have put to the same side or opposite side? Same side or opposite side? Same side or opposite side? Same side. Same side means what would have happened? Less amount or over amount? Less amount or over amount? Less amount. That's it. That's it. ඔච්චරයි ගේම් එක. ඕක ගන්නන්න තමයි මෙච්චර දැඟලුවේ. ඔන්න ඕක කියන්න තමයි මෙච්චර දැඟලුවේ. දැන් ගහන්න. office equipment, office equipment, less rupees 10,000. Okay, fourth one. Fourth one. Wages account. Debit, credit. Suspense account you have credited. Then wages account you have debited. How much is that? 5,000. 5,000. 5,000. So everyone tell me. Originally, wage. Wage is what account, people? Debit or credit? It expense. Yes, expense. It is a debit. Here correction is made for which side? Correction is made for which side? Correction also made for the debit side. So same side correction. Same side correction means less amount or more amount. Less amount. Very simple. Less amount. Fifth one. Purchase account. Debit. Purchase account. Credit. Suspense account. How much is that? 4,000. Now you know the game, people. You write it on your own. Huh? You write it on your own. So originally, purchase is debit. Correction also, for the purchase you have done it in the debit. That means it is less. Purchases total less by 5,000. Not 5,000, 4,000. If you all are done, please post the letter D in the chat box. Done. Good. Now let's move to the last question. Last question. List the errors and give the journal entries for correction of errors above and that do not affect the agreement of the trial balance. Write up the suspense account and find the differences had existed between the total of the trial balance. That means they are asking the opening balance. They ask in the opening. Opening, huh? Okay, Farha? So shall we quickly do the last question? Question 10. So people, before doing the last question, so with this chapter, we are done with all the grade 10 units, accounting. So we have to do the business studies units. I'll be sending the materials to the, I'll be posting it to the LMS. You can download it and you can have a print on the business studies tools. Okay. So from the next week, probably by taking few weeks, like 3 to 4 weeks, I'll be covering all the business studies areas. After that, we'll be starting the grade level. So that's the plan P. Okay, that's the plan. Now let's do the question 10. The total of the debit and the credit columns of the trial balance was prepared for Sandhuni's business as at 31st December 20x6. Did not tally, did not agree. The differences posted to a suspense account and the following errors were identified later. Machine repair expense of 20,000 has been debited to the machine account. So people, what has happened? What has happened? This is the machine account. This is the cash account. Cash account. 20,000. Here you have credited properly. But for the machine account, you have debited. Wrong. Then you have to remove from the machine account. Remove from the machine account. Put it to the machine repair account. Put it to the machine repair account. 20,000. So the correction entry people. Correction. Debit. Machine repair account. Credit. Machine account. Credit machine account. 20,000. So here you can write no amount to suspense. So no impact to agreement. Agreement of trial balance. No amount to suspense. So no impact to agreement of the trial balance. The first one. Okay. Now let's move to the second one. The total of purchase account has been overstated by 5,000. So overstated by 5,000 means people correction should happen to the same side of the account or the opposite side of the account. Tell me. Correction should happen for the same side of the account or opposite side of the account. Good. To the opposite side of the account. Correction. Then overstated, no. Originally it is debit, opposite side is credit. Purchase account 5,000. Debit. Suspense account 5,000. 5,000 to suspense. debit 5,000 to suspense. So there is an impact to the agreement of trial balance. That is the second one. Third one. Payment of electricity 7,000 has been debited 700 in the electricity account. So people, for the electricity account, you have put less 6,300. So less the 6,300 means to the same side or opposite side. Tell me. Less. Less means yes. Understated means same. So debit electricity. Now you can see people how much your life has become easy because of that bit of 10-minute explanation that I gave you. ඕක උගන්නන්න තමයි අච්චර ලොකු ගේමක් දුන්නේ. So results of that effort now you can see, you can experience it. Now you all give me answers like this quickly. So that is the importance. Debit the electricity $6,300, credit suspense 6,300, debit 6,300 to suspense. So there is an impact to the agreement of trial balance. Fourth one. Payment of telephone charges 8,000 has been recorded 10,000 in the telephone charges account, and interest income 16,000 has been credited in the interest income account as 18,000. Okay, so here we have two adjustments. No, payment of telephone charges 8,000 has been recorded as 10,000 in the telephone charges account. So with that one is done. With that one transaction is done. So people, everyone tell me, 8,000 recorded 10,000. You recorded more or less. You recorded more or less. More means overstated. So correction should happen to the same side or the opposite side. Opposite side. Credit. Original telephone is debit. So here it is credit. Credit 2,000 to suspense. So impact is there. I'll just write it short. You write it properly. Impact to the trial balance is there. Impact to the trial balance is there. And next one, 16,000 has been credited to the interest account as 18,000. Again, people, over. So over means to the same side or opposite side. Over means to the same side, opposite side. Now income, interest income, originally credit side or debit side. Interest income originally debit side or credit side. Then correction will be there. Correction will be there in the debit side. How much is that? 2000, no? Credit. Yes. So, and under this you have to write down this note. If we consider these two transactions separately, there is an impact to the agreement of the trial balance. However, if we consider both the transactions together, debit 2000 to the suspense and credit 2000 to the suspense will get cancelled off. Therefore, no impact is created to the agreement of the trial balance if we consider the both transactions together. So you write this note first, people, then read it and see. Write this note first. Write it first. Write it first, people. Write this note first, then read it. Then read it. And see whether you are getting the meaning properly or not. Read it. Read it. Read it, people. Read it, people. So after reading the note, you tell me, if you take the transaction separately, like the first part, telephone charges separately, interest income separately, will you have an impact on the trial balance if you take it separately because of these two? Because of these two, will you have an impact on the trial balance? If you take it separately, read the note and tell me. Done writing? Done. Done done. Okay. Then if you look at these two transactions separately, two individual transactions. If you look at these two transactions separately as two individual transactions, will you have an impact on the trial balance people? Will you have an impact on the trial balance? Yes. But if you put both together, if you put both together, will you have an impact on the trial balance? No. Because people here see what has happened actually. Here debit side you have 2000, here credit side you have 2000. That 2000 to 2000 get cancelled off. It will become 0 if you take it together. So that's the meaning of the note I have given it. Now let's move to the fifth one. Withdrawal of the goods by the owner for his personal use has been debited twice to the drawings account. So if it has been debited twice, people, what you should do? Debited twice නම් එකපාරක එකක් අයින් කරලා දාන්න. One record, remove it. If it is debited two times, simply one record you have to remove it. But here read this one. Withdrawal of the goods by the owner for his personal use has been debited twice in the drawings account. In the drawings account. Drawings account එකට දෙපාරක්. So let me write what you have done. Here you have the purchase account. Here you have the drawings. Okay, drawings account. So for the purchase account, you have written only the amount is not given. No? We'll assume maybe amount is 5,000. We'll assume the amount is 5,000. Huh? So 5,000. Here 5,000, you have written the 5,000 two times in the drawings account. In the drawings account, you have written the 5,000 two times in the drawings account. So 5,000 you have to remove it. No? So we'll remove it. Credit to the drawings account. Debit the suspense account. Debit the suspense account. Debit 5,000 to suspense. So impact is there in the trial balance agreement. Impact is there in the trial balance agreement. Sixth one. A credit sale of 25,000 has been completely omitted. If it is completely omitted, what is the correction, people? Tell me. Completely missed. Completely missed. Simply record it. Simply record it. Correction. Simply record it, people. 25,000. Debit. What sale? A credit sale. Debit. Debtor account. Debit 25,000. Credit. Sales account. 25,000. No amount to suspense. So impact on the trial balance is not there. Impact on the trial balance agreement is not there. seventh one. Additional capital 60,000 invested by the owner has been debited to the cash account and credited to the sale account. So what has happened? You have the cash account and you have the sales account. Yes. Here what has happened? You have debited to the cash account correctly 60,000, credited to the sales account. Make a sales වලට දාන එක නෙමෙයි make capital වලට දාන. Then what you should do to correct it? Remove from the sales and put it to the capital. Put it to the capital. So correction, debit sales account 60,000, credit capital account 60,000. No amount to suspense. So impact on the agreement of the trial balance also not. The last one. Traveling expenses 250 in the petty cash book. Total of the traveling expense column has not been entered in the traveling expense account. So people, if it is not entered in the traveling expense account, what you should do? You have to enter it. Simple as that. You have to enter it. So debit, correction, debit, traveling expense account. How much is that? 250. Credit the suspense account 250. Debit credit suspense 250. So impact on the trial balance is there. Impact on the trial balance is there. So now you have to quickly take all the items which was impact in the trial balance and finish it off people. All the items which will impact the trial balance and finish it off. You have the suspense account. So finish it off, everything. Here, let's take one by one. We'll start with the first one. First one, no impact. Second one, debit 5,000. Second one, debit 5,000. And third one, credit 6,300. Credit 6,300. Fourth one, debit 5,000, credit 5,000. So no point of writing it. Simply, if you want, just write it and cut it off. Fourth one, 2,000 debit, 2,000 credit. So no point of writing it. You can simply cut it off. No point. No point of writing it also. Just write and cut it off from the pencil. Then you will know. No? Fifth one, suspense debit 5,000. Sixth one, no impact. Seventh one, no impact. Eighth one, suspense credit 250. Third one, let me check. Here, credit. Credit 6,300, no? Ah, wait. Did I write it wrong? Let me read it. Electricity payment 7,000 has been debited as 700. Ah, yeah, no? Okay. So here, change this one to credit. Credit 6,300 to the suspense. For the electricity account, debit. For the suspense account, credit. Okay, Hams? There is a small error there. For the suspense account, credit. Okay, Hamshini? Okay. Now take the total. Here 10,000. Here 10,000. Then what would have been your trial balance opening, people? What would have been your trial balance opening? Can you all tell me? 3,450. 3,450. Am I correct? 3,450. Yes, correct. So with that, people, we are done with the correction of errors. Difficult chapter. Difficult chapter. How you can be good in this chapter? Very simple. Not simple actually. For you to be good in this chapter, you got to be good in the double entry chapter. If you want to be good in this chapter, you got to be good in the double entry chapter. So first, be good in the double entries. Then people come to the correction of errors. Do the same questions which I did in the class again. Maybe another 2 more times. If you want to go for a good result, from your end, that effort should be there. Your effort doesn't mean only attending the classes. That is just one part. There are a lot of other effort that you have to put from your side. I am telling you, this is not an easy chapter. I am telling. So, difficult ones, you have to train yourself more. So, when you are playing cricket also same, no? If there is a difficult ball which is coming, you have to train a lot in order to learn how to play to that ball. Huh? Likewise, here also same people. If there is a chapter which is extremely difficult, for you to tackle it nicely, you have to practice a lot. So that practice should happen from your side. Because I can't come to your home and sit and wait with you, and I can't train you on that domain. You have to practice yourself. So I am telling this chapter is difficult. So take all the questions that I did in the class. All the questions, you have the recordings also. Watch the recordings also. Not in another 1 week or 2 weeks time. Today, tomorrow, maximum tomorrow. Maximum tomorrow, take the last week's recording, take the today's recording, sit for like few hours, sit properly for like few hours. You know, you can increase the speed of the recording. By increasing the speed of the recording, whatever the 4-hour recording, you can finish off within like 2 hours or 2.5 hours. Invest like that 2.5 hours. Invest. And secure this whatever the 4 to 5 marks of your exam. Investing 2 hours and securing 4 to 5 marks your exam is a good return on investment. It's a good return on investment. So I'm telling people, a time में कोई आगे पैत्तिंग invest करना, you invest that time and secure that 4 to 5 marks, people. Not for me, it's for you. I am telling this chapter, again I am telling not easy, but you will be master on this chapter, people, if you do the 2 tasks that I told you right now. Watching the recording again and doing all the questions that I did in the class again, people. But no point of doing these things without having the double entry knowledge. You got to have the double entry also. Then that's it for the day. We will meet again next week. Tata, bye. Have a nice week. Welcome, people. Welcome. No problem. Jai Dev.